Shalom. All honor, praise, and glory be to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Wahakadash Wakah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth. First and foremost, the faithful elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction, foretold, prophesied to come upon America and to all its wicked inhabitants hereof, and to different parts of the globe, but primarily here. Those slated to be saved being none other than the Israelites. The Israelites consist of the so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Latinos, the so-called Native American Indians, the men teaching the truth, which would be the men teaching this truth, the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the men, women, and children that have turned back to their heritage, and are in this faith, the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, according to their works. All right, Shalom. So, pretty much, man, this is a lesson I'm gonna title Calculated. But before I get there, I just want to tell you, where the thoughts was at before going into it, and that's the slogan: "Be all you can be." It hit me in my head, and that's really, where you should be thinking at if you truly understand these prophecies. You see what I'm saying? If you truly understand what the Lord has, foretold will happen, prophesied what will happen, and promise that will be the outcome for us. The elect, the hopeful elect, the 1/3. You see what I'm saying? The house of David. And with that, obviously, you have the process and how that's going to come about. You have the process given to you on how that will come about. And really, it all starts off with Esau. You see what I'm saying? It all starts off with Esau, man. So real quick, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. And it reads, I'm going to start at 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So it all starts off with Esau, and that's going from Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, because them being important because they have the promise. You see what I'm saying? The promise was passed down. So this all starts off with Esau, man. So with that being said, pretty much Esau has to run his course. You see what I'm saying? And that was his course. Well, seen in this slogan known as be all you can be. And this is a commercial that was put out and paid for by the U.S. Army. You see what I'm saying? This is how the so-called white man gets down. So with that, we can go ahead and go into this lesson. Now, this tells you right here, does your future look as exciting as ours? You see that? We're going to come back to that. And we're going to go here. All right? So let's go back to the essence of all this, since this all started with Esau. Everything we waiting on, the destruction of America and the promises, it all kicks off with Esau. You see what I'm saying? Him running his course. Now, what would that be? Genesis in the 27th chapter and the 30th verse. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he said, and he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac, his father, said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who? Where is he that had taken the venison and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before, and I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yeah, and he shall be blessed. You see that? So now at this point, Esau, he's at the moment of improv, man. He's in the moment of, okay, my brothers just ran this. I gotta do. He just did his thing. I gotta do my thing now. You see what I'm saying? I gotta do all I can because he just got blessed. I have to be all I can be. You see what I'm saying? It says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried. See that? With a great and exceeding bitter cry. And he said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright. That's a lie. You see what I'm saying? So this man is doing all he's being all he can be for himself to come up. You see what I'm saying? For his course to run. You see what I'm saying? How he wants. Because remember, he sold his birthright. And we're gonna go into that real quick. It says, For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't his blessing. It says, and he said, Hast thou reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? So this man got pretty much, we come from this man, Jacob, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You see that? So now where is this? You see what I'm saying? Well, it's going to come when our world begins. You see what I'm saying? But Jacob, he has to run his course first. Slaki, Esau has to run his course first, the so-called white man. No matter if they're so-called Polish, Jewish, Swedish, Russian, it don't matter, man. You see what I'm saying? And it says, and Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Yeah, and that's because this is him being all he can be. This is him putting it on so he can, come up, do what he need to do. It says, and Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, you see, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live. You see what I'm saying? And shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So there you go, man. Let me get verse 41 too. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother. So there you go, man. So Esau understood from that point on, since a child, that pretty much this is the Lord ultimately telling Esau to be all he can be. Esau understood as a child that he has, the so-called white man understood as a child. You see what I'm saying? The progenitor of the so-called white man, the so-called white race, understood. Esau, Isha, understood as a child that he will have to go on and be all he can be. If that's because it's a fight. It's a fight for him to do his thing. You see what I'm saying? And he will do that in any way possible in order for him to do his thing. If that's still in our identity, he's going to do that. If it's robbing, killing, murdering, all that, that's what he's going to do, man. You see what I'm saying? So real quick. Now, that's that, right? Now we're going to go here. This is Romans 9. And I'm going to start at verse 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also have conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger. So it was already written for Esau. You see what I'm saying? Thus showing you it was about who comes out first. The so-called white man, he came out first. So everything we waiting on, the destruction of this place, those promises, is all about Esau running his course first. Because we can't get it till we're on the scene. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like when they were being birthed, everything Jacob, it couldn't be about Jacob until Esau ran his course. Meaning he came out, you see what I'm saying, do what he needed to do, and then got out the way. You see what I'm saying? And that's him. So that's very important to know. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now we're going to jump down to the point. Verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God, the Most High, the Heavenly Father? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Because this is his situation. You see what I'm saying? So it's the so-called white man's time, and he knows at the end of his time, he is written to go into slavery and have to serve, you know what I'm saying, Jacob. You see that? And matter of fact, I'm going to get that real quick. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. You see that? Because it was already set. For the day of their calamity is at hand. You see that? And what's the day of their calamity? When we come into our power. But Esau has to, we couldn't, if we're the second born child, you see what I'm saying? That can't come until we're on the scene. But that can't come until ultimately Esau has ran his course. Did all he was supposed to do and was allotted to do. You see what I'm saying? Then the destruction comes. Then ruling as kings and in our kingdom and immortal. You see what I'm saying? Daughters of gods and daughters of kings. You see what I'm saying? All that not gonna come until Esau, so-called white man, has ran his course and got out the way. So to me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. You see that? But that's coming as soon as he run his course, man. So jumping back, Romans 9 and 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Yeah, why is this my situation? Well, there's nothing you can do about it, but do your course, man. Look, be all you can be. You see what I'm saying? This is verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one unto honor and another unto dishonor? You see that? What if God, you see that? So that's what you've seen with Esau and Jacob. One was set up for this, one was set up for that. It's a duality. It says, what if the Most High willing to shoot his wrath and to make his power known? We're going to come back to that part. Now I want to show something real quick. Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter for verse 1. It says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short. You see that? And tedious. And in death of a man, there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. You see that? So it says, this is verse 4. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. It shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. See that? For it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. You see what I'm saying? So listen, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures, like as in youth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. Esau's likened unto a child, man. You see what I'm saying? He can make up stuff. You see what I'm saying? And the creatures are going into the creations, man. The fatness of the earth. You see what I'm saying? Everything the earth yields. That's including people, because man was made of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So here we go. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you've seen pretty much, man. That's Esau running his course. You're seeing that right now. That's what you're seeing. The so-called white man running his course, man. Having the fatness of the earth. Because he understood. The elites ultimately understood this. But every so-called white person is supposed to understand this. You see that? That's why they want to come with the Make America Great Again. You see that? They want to restart their course and they can't. Because their foot going to slide in due time. You see that? Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Alright? Let us oppress the poor righteous man. If Esau's winning, he has the fatness of the earth. He's rich. He has all these different things. This is what he goes on to get, right? Who would be opposite of him? Jacob. You see that? Because it's not Jacob's turn. So Jacob will be at the bottom. So let us oppress the poor righteous man. Because they want to actually get rid of our people, thinking that will keep their time going longer. You see what I'm saying? Actually, for them to get more out of their time by oppressing us. You see that? Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the gray hairs of the age. We're going to go ahead and get to the point. I'm going to start at verse 9. Let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness. You see that? Let us, and what does that voluptuousness mean? Let's get that real quick. Yeah, it says the property of being lush. You see what I'm saying? The property of being lush and abundant. See that? And a pleasure to the senses. You see that? Lusciousness, luxurious, abundant. So this is 100% talking about Esau, man. You see that? Voluptuousness, man. You can look it up. You know? Now jumping back, it says, let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion. And our lot is this. You see what I'm saying? That's the fatness of the earth. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. See that? Let our strength be the law of justice. You see that? For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. This is the point. Verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. You see that? Yeah. So that's understood. That's showing you what this is going into. So we need the so-called white man to be all he can be, man. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna show you that. It says, because once he's done, it's over with, man. His foot, that's his time. He got bounds that his foot cannot pass, man. And it says, and he is contrary to our doing. See that? He upbraided us with our offending the law, and obeised to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. See that? He professes to have the knowledge of God, the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shemiah Shah, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. You see that? He was made to reprove our thoughts. You see that? He is grievous unto us to build. So that's it, man. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into this. All right. So this is Romans 9, and so Esau, he will go on to build himself up. You see what I'm saying? To be all he can be, to where he accepts this, man. He will have to conquer everything and etc. You see that? Now, what would be the point of this? Let me just get to that. So this is Romans 9 and 21. Have not the power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor. You see that? And another unto dishonor. That's Esau, so-called white man. What if God, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? You see that? So there you go, man. It's talking about pretty much that's the whole point of Esau going on to becoming all he can be. You see what I'm saying? This is Exodus 9 and 12, Salakia. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had spoken unto Moses. Verse 15, for now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up for to shew in thee my power. You see that? So that was the point of making Esau pretty much, you know, receive the lot he received, just to jump to the end of it. You see that? For to shew in thee my power. You see that? Because Esau was going to become a very powerful force, because he would have to be, in order for, you know, it to be, for him to be about his turn. Because he know when our turn comes, we're not for his turn. These elites know that. And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. Yeah, because what would Esau going to do? This is Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power. You see what I'm saying? And spreading himself like a green bay tree. A green bay tree is basically a big ass tree that is known for being, you know, the Romans, they will pretty much deal with this tree. You see what I'm saying? And they will use it to show high standard. And then it's a tree that grows pretty much, we'll get it right here. Flourish like a green bay tree. Develop vigorously in a congenial environment. Whether or not this is deserved. You see? So yeah, so a green bay tree is a tree that just grows vigorously. It takes up, you know, just area and everything without any consideration. And it does it for in a congenial environment. So yeah, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So now the earth has not only been given into the hand of the wicked, but the earth was before that originally cursed. You see what I'm saying? So it's a congenial environment. Congenial meaning in agreement. You see what I'm saying? And it's for him. So the Lord gave a curse. So that's how it goes, man. You see what I'm saying? This world is wicked. He gave him a bunch of people. So he was able to just grow off him being the man to battle the man that the Lord is actually dealing with, and that's Jacob. You see what I'm saying? So this man, in order for him to become anything, he would have to be all he can be, man. This is Psalms, and that's what he was going to do with that sword. You see what I'm saying? This is Psalms 58 and 2. It says, I'm going to start at 1. It says, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Because what is an army for? Army, be all you can be, paid for by the U.S. Army. An army is to pretty much fight and take over resources, man, to develop yourself, your land. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we seen happen, man. See that? Does your future look as exciting as ours? Because this is how the so-called white man understood he would have to get it, by being all he can be, because that was the power given unto him. So the Lord said, here, see that? So this is calculated, man. This was all calculated. It says, this is Psalms 36 and 2. For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found hateful. Yeah. So once he's done conquered and used his army to come up, steal all the earth's resources, subjugate all the people, take the holy people, think to change times and seasons, you know, take and conquest different lands, as the scriptures say. This is all through this man's gift, his course that was given, allotted to him, his lot. You see what I'm saying? And that was pretty much being all you can be. Because when you get the fatness of the earth, isn't that what they're saying? You get having all you can have, man. You see that? This is what Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Yeah, because this is day off. And your day off is about you. You see what I'm saying? So this is his course. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You see that? And they covet fields and take them by violence, which is where you get, see that? Army, be all you can be. You see that? So they start an army and they want people to get in on this, man. You see what I'm saying? And they sell that to people. See that? Dig into generous benefits package, Yeah, because you're gonna come up with that sword. That's how you're gonna reap. You see that? So anyway, this is Genesis. This is Micah 2:2, and they covet fields and take them by violence. You see, fields, those whole lands. It says, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, and they even a man in his heritage, man. You see that? Now, when you being all you can be, right? When you being all you can be, it sends you to a whole nother level. This is Psalms 36:2. For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. You see that? So this dude would just go, he would go that far, man. This is Jeremiah 50. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Yeah, because at this point, Esau has collected everything, that he can collect, because he has the fatness of the earth. And it's only to give it to us, as it tells us right here in Job 27. And I'm going to start at 16. It says, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on. So we need Esau to run his course, man. We need him to be all he can be. And the innocent shall divide the silver. You see that? Woo, man. You see that? We gonna take that over, man. So that's beautiful. So that's why at this point, he's done became this beautiful country. And if you notice on this picture, that's a green bay leaf. You see? So this is the place that the Lord is talking about, and it's ran by who? The so-called white man, Esau. See that? So this is Jeremiah 50:10. It says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifers at grass, and bellows as bulls. You see that? And bellow as bulls. You see that? Your mother shall be confounded, that she that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nation shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Yeah, because everything that these people collected is only to bring to us. And this, I'm going to get this real quick, and I'm going to close out in just a second. This is Isaiah 60. And actually, I'm going to jump down to 11. I'm going to start at verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their king shall minister unto thee. You see that? And minister goes into helping. You see that? How they going to help? The kings of the earth that set themselves, Esau. How can he help? Because he got everything. For in my wrath I smote thee. You see that? But in my favor I had mercy on thee. See that? It says, therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces. You see what I'm saying? Of the Gentiles. And that their kings may be brought. You see that? Yeah, because they got everything. The forces is going into their resources. Everything America collected. You see what I'm saying? So this dude is putting everything in place through his course. You got women out of place. You see what I'm saying? Being all they can be. That's only going to bring the world we actually want. That's only going to bring things in order how they supposed to be. Because he's turned everything upside down, man. You see what I'm saying? But it's going to be that's esteemed as what? The potter's clay. That was the lot gave up to him. So our world represents everything right, perfect. You see what I'm saying? All your heart's desire. So his world is the only way we can get it when his world runs his course, because that's due to his world running his course. Esau, the so-called white man, running his course, being all he can be, which is changing stuff, exalting himself above all that is called God. You see what I'm saying? Making these women think they're above men. Well, you're going to have women in subjection to you. You see what I'm saying? Making women think they don't need man. Well, you're gonna have the most you can imagine, man. If you couldn't even imagine. You see, you paying for your own water and bread. You see what I'm saying? Your own water, your trees sold unto you. You see what I'm saying? To where in our world, when we run our course, we're gonna have estates. We're gonna live in different planets and different galaxies, man. You see what I'm saying? But we need this man to run his course, man. The Lord is going to really give us spiritual power. So this man will have to hit a plateau, man. You see what I'm saying? So this is woo man. I'm gonna go ahead and close this in a second. It says this is Jeremiah 50 and 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. You see that? Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her all her plagues. So yeah, because everybody that's exalted gonna be brought low. You see that? And everybody that's exalted right now are the wicked. So our world is what we're waiting on. The promises we're waiting on is when that's not the case anymore. So we need these people to build up. We need the so-called white man to be all he can be. We need women out of place for us to properly get them in place. You see what I'm saying? For you men. You see what I'm saying? You need women to be out of place and to see that, so the Lord could truly give you a place and show you exactly what's all promised to you as being an Israelite as well. You see what I'm saying? Because these women, these so-called white men, cause our women to go off. That's why you're gonna have, you're gonna have your own handmaids. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be amazing, man. But anyway, this is Jeremiah 50 and 13. It says 14. It says, "Put yourself in array against Babylon, round about all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord." Yeah, this place exalted itself above God, man, because that's what you're gonna end up doing when you going that far to be all you can be. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to get that. And I got, a couple more. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship. You see that? So that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Yeah, because he said, tell us in Isaiah the 14th chapter, he will build up his nets. You see what I'm saying? He will be like the Most High. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord will have to bring him down, which is what we waiting on. But first, he will have to run his course, which will be being all he can be, exalting himself, seeing if he can live out of space, seeing if he can really put these mandates out here, see if he can really chip people, see if he can really keep getting away with oppressing, forcing our power to come almost. You see what I'm saying? Forcing us, the Lord, to give us the spiritual power. So we need this man to run his course, thinking he is God and nothing else, man. And that's why the Lord said this in Exodus 9 and 16. In very deed for this cause have I raised thee up. You see, for to shew in thee my power. You see, so he will have to let this man be all he can be, become this wrecking ball, goddamn coalition, demolition, nation, ruling man. Like he's all powerful, like he's almighty, and he's not. You see what I'm saying? And to where, you see that in his army. So it says, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. Yeah, because everywhere this man go, is he influences the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? So this is Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. You see that? Because they will be lifted up. Isaiah 40 and 4 says that he's coming to do that, man. You see what I'm saying? Let me grab that real quick. This is Isaiah 40. Woo. Verse 1. Comfort ye, my people, saith your God. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her welfare is accomplished. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, when this man did all that, his foot finna slide, man. And it's our time. Once he out the way, he's out of the womb. You see what I'm saying? He done ran his course through the matrix. Now we up. You see what I'm saying? And what's up? All that wickedness and all of that. Us being down and not being immortal and being able to put to death, being mandated, being able told to go to work and being able told to be monogamous and all this other crap. Or goddamn not have kids. All this other stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? Eat GMOs. All that's over with. You can't have more than one person. However many people living in your home. All this stuff they got to tell you, man. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a part of his course. So speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her that her welfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Lord's hands double for all her sins. You see what I'm saying? The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our Lord. So, because in the desert nothing is there, and then it's a valley. You see what I'm saying? This desert is a valley. You see what I'm saying? The valley is a low. And that's who the Lord is nigh unto, those that are of a broken heart and contrite spirit. That's broken to pieces and brought very low, humble. You see what I'm saying? So we need to let him run his course, and that's him having us low, because he beat us to pieces. You see what I'm saying? He made us lay down our face on the ground so he can pass over, as the scriptures say. You see that? So we need this man to, be all you can be, Esau, because you're going to bring the judgment we waiting to see. That's you going to slavery, all the slaves in the world we waiting on, and you're going to bring our promises, man. You see that? Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low. He needs to be all he can be. And the Lord and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places, plain. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it. Yeah, because this is calculated, man. You see what I'm saying? This is 100% calculated. It says, come, Isaiah 47:1, come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, so-called white man. It says, and all these wicked inhabitants hereof in America, sit on the ground. There is no throne. You see, there is no throne. You see that? There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, so-called white people. It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You see that? This place is written. We waiting for this to end, man. You see? It says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, and thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. He gonna meet, he's coming back as a supernatural force, man. He's not coming back with a tank. He's not coming back with none of these things. He's gonna actually pull up to you as well in the form of, overturning and your power and taking away your power and strength and confounding you, man. In the form of his prophecies coming to pass through these different events, catastrophic events happening to you and in your place called America, man, that you stole. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. You see, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. You see that? So that's it, man. And that's beautiful. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. You see that? Woo! For I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shewest them no mercy. And it said, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. You see that? So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. You see, neither did it remember the latter end of it. And what's the latter end of it? Jacob coming up. Once you ran your course. Woo! See that? Once you out. See that? So be all you can be, Esau. You see that? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this out on this. Matthew 12:31. For by thy words, you see that? For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So yeah, man. Be all you can be, Esau. So Lord willing, it's been edifying and give all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father in the name of his Son, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah. Amen. We need this man to run his course, because in it, it's him being made high, raised up to be brought low, and for us to get everything we're waiting to see happen. You see what I'm saying? Which is due to the opposite of what we're seeing right now. You see what I'm saying? Woo! So Lord willing, it's been edifying. Shalom.